First of all, Riley, roll tide. I know it's been a tough start to the season for you with the injury and the surgery, but how are you still helping your teammates even though you're sidelined for the rest of the spring?
Yeah, it has. It's obviously been tough start to the season for sure. Just with everything I went through at the start, but my teammates have helped me out a lot, being behind me and everything. And I've also been trying to get involved more, just like just doing a game chart here and there, and like sitting with Coach Vaughn during the game, and like watching them play, and just hearing what he says, and like just picking up cues off like what he says and what JJ says, and then just learning more and more about the game that I can.
Well, again, we'll talk about the injury and everything that's coming up for you in a few moments. I do want to talk, though, about something Rob Vaughn said to me right before opening day. He said, he's the most Alabama guy I've ever been around when talking about you. Have you always loved the Crimson Tide?
Yes, sir. I have. I've been a big Bama fan for a while now. My brother played football here for 3 years, so I've been cheering on the Tide for a while for sure.
Favorite football game you've ever attended?
Um, I think in like middle school or something, me and my parents and my brother went to watch Alabama play Florida State in Atlanta, and they were both like pretty high ranked teams, and Alabama kind of stomped them, and that was a good game.
It really was. What was it like getting to see your brother make that transition? You knew he was a great high school player, but then for him to get to suit up for the Crimson Tide, what did that mean to you and your family?
It was awesome, man. Just seeing him like achieve his goals that he's worked so hard for. It just like it was really cool just to watch that all happen and just see him like actually out there on the field and in a uniform and stuff. It was really cool.
How competitive were you two growing up?
We were pretty competitive. We only really got to go against each other in practice for like a year though, and he would take it easy on me sometimes, but he gave it to me sometimes for sure.
Did you enjoy playing football? Could you have seen yourself sticking with football down the road?
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. It was really fun. I missed it sometimes, but I definitely think I made the right decision playing baseball.
Yeah, when did it kind of dawn on you that baseball might be the right path for you?
Around my junior summer when I committed here for baseball, I kind of was just like, okay, like this is my thing. Like I probably need to stick to this.
Well, it was really huge news when you signed with the Crimson Tide. Also, Alton Davis, the second out of Hueytown, signed. Both of you in that really talented class. So, did you face off against AD at all during your high school
I
days
did
or even
not.
summer ball?
No, I didn't. I didn't. That would have been a fun matchup there for sure. He's a great pitcher.
It really was. Anybody else on the roster you saw during your high school playing career?
I think like me and Austin Morris played against each other. He played for Mortimer Jordan, and we had a really good game one time. I threw against them, and I think he might have been throwing against us, and it was like a 1-0 game or something like that. It was a really good game.
Well, you make the decision again to sign with the University of Alabama. What was it like kind of learning about the transition to college baseball? You're mostly out of the bullpen a season ago. How'd you feel about your freshman year?
The transition to college baseball was definitely a huge thing. Just getting used to like all the guys and stuff, and being around them every day, all day. And I thought I had like an okay freshman season. I kind of needed to clean up a few things mechanical wise. I dropped my arm a little bit, started chasing some sink, but I think we went to work on that and I cleaned it up well. And then I was looking good and got an injury, but now I'll just get better from there.
Last year's team was really special for a lot of reasons. For me, always it starts with the veteran leadership that was on this Alabama team. Who were some of those veterans that helped welcome you to the team and kind of show you the ropes of what it's all about being a college baseball player?
Two veterans that definitely helped me like right when I got on campus. We came in the summer, most of us did, and Jake Leger and Garrett McMillan were here, and they would throw with us every day and kind of just like show us like how to go through like your pre-throw dynamic, like your correctives and all that kind of good stuff. But like Jim Jarvis and Antoine John, like they helped me out a lot too. Those guys were definitely good mentors for me as well.
How good was that changeup of GMAX?
Oh, it was very good. It's dynamite for sure.
He, of course, had a lot of great starts for the Crimson Tide a year ago. Jacob McNary also was a grinded
Yes.
out style pitcher as a starter. Did you learn a lot from him?
Yes, sir, for sure. Because we kind of pitch the same, kind of like he's a sinker, changeup, slider guy, and that's what I was. So just being able to watch him throw last year and like the way that he would go attack hitters, like kind of gives me a way that I can attack hitters as well.
Well, it was a really special season again that ended in a super regional for the Crimson Tide. Jason Jackson was not only your pitching coach, but finished out the year as the interim head coach. And then we get the news that Rob Vaughn's hired as the head coach, but JJ stays on as the pitching coach. How important was that for to make sure you stayed with Alabama for your sophomore year?
It was definitely really important. JJ's my guy. He's helped me out a lot, and I couldn't really see myself anywhere without him.
What was it like getting no Coach Vaughn and then Coach Papio and Morrison coming in and Mikey White?
It was awesome, man. Those guys are awesome. I love playing for them. I love just being around those guys every day. Once I met them in the summer, I was here rehabbing. I just knew like those are my kind of guys, and we were gonna click good.
Well, you mentioned you were getting ready for this season. What were some of the main teaching points JJ had for you in the fall and in the winter leading up to opening day?
One of me and JJ's like main point was like just like be a professional about everything you do, like just in your catch play, like throwing a bullpen on the mound, like don't get mad about the small things, like just be a professional about everything, like go about your business good. Like JJ's really good with that stuff. Like once we got the mechanic stuff figured out, it was more of just be a professional, like go about your business every day on the field and just get it done.
How much do you enjoy working with your catcher, Matt Cassetti?
I love working with Mac, man. He's a really good guy behind the plate. He's really good vocal. He's a great guy to have thrown to.
So much excitement for the start of the season for the Crimson Tide opening weekend against Manhattan. We got to see Ben Hess on Friday. We got to see you on Saturday. How'd you feel during that start? Was it in that start against the Jaspers you started to feel that elbow discomfort?
Yes, sir, it was. But I mean, I felt good leading up to it. I felt really good, and going out there was awesome, man. And yeah, I felt it in my third inning. But I mean, it is what it is. It happens. But it was awesome being able to go out there and getting to watch Ben every weekend's awesome as well.
How painful was it? Was there ever part of you that felt like maybe I can keep trying to throw a few more pitches, or did you knew right away this is something you couldn't pitch with?
It was pretty painful. It happened, and then there was another. I threw to the last batter and ended up getting a double play, but it was a pretty painful thing. It just kind of felt weird more than anything. I don't know how to really explain it.
And then when you talk about it with Sean Strike, your athletic trainer, what were the next steps after that that ultimately led to surgery?
So right after that, we went into the training room and we did some checks on it and everything, and we thought it could just be like a little muscle strain or something like that. But Sean, he's really good at his job. He does a great job with these kind of things. He got me in there Monday for an MRI, and then that very next day I was having surgery. So it all went really smooth and really quick. It was good that it went quick, but that's pretty much it.
Really nice physically that it goes quick. You're able to get surgery so quickly to start the recovery process. How about emotionally, though? I mean, learning that your sophomore season comes to a close after only a few innings on the mound. How'd you kind of manage all those emotions with that?
I mean, it was tough at first for sure. It was a gut punch. Just not being able to go out there and compete every weekend with my guys. That was what really did it most for me. But I mean, it was just a thing that I knew I had to overcome. And me and Sean talked about it. We were like, all right, like I can be sad until like surgery, and then after surgery, like it's time to get after it. Like it's time to go right to rehab. And Sean and Coach Price and JJ and Coach Vaughn and all those guys, they keep me really in a good like mental state of all that stuff. Because I mean, I'm gonna be back next year, obviously, but it's good to have them around me, keeping my head straight.
Any teammates you really relied on during that time, especially guys that maybe have had Tommy John surgery before?
One of actually my former teammates, he now plays at Houston, but Antoine, we had the same surgery, and he's one of my really good buddies, and he's helped me out a lot through this. Just how to go about the process and all that kind of stuff. And it's tough sometimes, but you gotta just be there and get better every day.
It's been over a month since the surgery. What's that last month have been like for you? Are you starting to do anything close baseball activities? Is the arm still pretty
The
bandaged
last
up?
month's actually been kind of crazy. Like the first 3 weeks, you're like, am I ever gonna be able to bend my arm again? And then you hit like week 4 and you're fully bending it. Like today, I got out of my brace at therapy for good. Like I'll just have to wear in the dugout and stuff now. But it's a journey, man. And no, I haven't really gotten much baseball stuff. I'll get there in probably June, picking up a baseball again and stuff like that.
Well, again, you've been really active in the Crimson Tide dugout. Just how do you hope to keep impacting this team moving forward?
I just hope that I can keep everybody positive and just cheer on my team and help out as much as I can in the dugout and just keep these guys positive because we got a really good team. We got a chance to do something special.
You really do. A great start to the season in non-conference play, and then you started SEC play against Tennessee. Got the win, got to smoke a few victory cigars afterwards. I imagine that was a lot of fun for you.
Was for sure. It was a great time doing that.
Well, we can't wait for the Crimson Tide to be back at the Joe coming up this weekend against South Carolina. Just as we let you go, we know you're going to be helping out this team as much as you can, but what do you feel like this group is capable of down the stretch in SEC play?
This group is capable of a lot of things, man. We got to come together, and we will, and we are. We're a very close team, but we just got to put all the pieces together. And I honestly think we can do something really special here.
We look forward to it. Riley Quick, thank you so much for joining us. Best of luck on the road to recovery. We can't wait to see you pitching for the Crimson Tide again down the road. But thank you. Roll Tide.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Roll Tide.